Hello, my name's Andrew Brooks. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this time we're going to be looking at Beatles reel-to-reel tapes. Hello, welcome to the channel. Pleased you've joined me for this just a short little video, just looking at some oddities that I've picked up as I've been collecting. Now, I've been collecting since 1976. I was 10, that's when I bought my first Beatles record. So I have a very extensive collection which covers US albums, British albums, and some foreign albums as well. So once you've reached that pinnacle of sort of like getting all of the original albums and singles and things like that, what's left for you to buy and collect? Well, a few years ago I was lucky enough to come across one of these. This is a reel-to-reel tape issued in 1963 for the Please Please Me album. Issued at exactly the same time, so you could go into the record shop and you could buy the album, the 12-inch record, or you could buy a reel-to-reel tape. Now, speaking to a friend of mine, I wasn't around to buy records and stuff in the 60s. I was born in 1966, so long before my time of actually spending money to buy Beatles records. So speaking to a friend of mine, Chris Usher, or Quiz Chris as I know him, he was around during this time. So I asked him, if you was to buy one of these in the shops, how much would it cost? And he said roughly the same as an album. So you'd buy either the record or you'd buy one of these. And he said they cost, from memory, 24 shillings, which I think we worked out like £1 and 2 old pennies, like in old money. Little bit of calculating, and currently it would be working out at about £25, which is the current price of a record. If you go into HMV and buy a brand new record, they're about £22. A bit less if they're on sale, but a new album would be about £22 to £25. So actually inflation hasn't really affected these much. They are roughly the same price as they were back then. So these were the same price as a record, but they are just a tape of it before cassettes came along. So as you can see, it comes in a nice, very nice cardboard box. On the front we have the album cover. On the spine we have the record, or the details of the record. On the back we've just got the track listing. There's no sleeve notes, no liner notes, just the track listing, publishing details, etc. So what's inside? So let's remove the cover. So that's the cardboard cover, and inside is the reel-to-reel tape, as you can see there. So we shall take the tape out like that. Inside is a packing slip. So when this was packed at EMI Records out in Middlesex in Hayes, the person who packed it would have put one of these in, and it's got their reference number on it, 28 46654, and so that indicates the person who packed this. And it says, in case of complaint, this slip must be returned with the tape record. So that was in all of the reel-to-reels. Moving on to the reel-to-reel itself, as you can see, that's the amount of tape that the Please Please Me album had. And like the record, it was on both sides. So you'd play going one way, turn the tape over, rethread it, and then it would play the other way. So it has a side A and a side B. And as you can see, if I pull out the leader tape, there it's got all the details. The Beatles, Please Please Me, Part 1, Track 1, and there's the speed, then there's the number for the album, and then the record label, and then some copyright notices. Now this one looks like it's been snapped at some point and someone has actually spliced it together. But moving on, there we go. We can see all the way out, and it keeps going all the way out. Keep going, and then eventually you'll come to the brown stuff, which is the magnetic tape, which is the recording. So There we are. So after picking this one up relatively cheaply, I think I probably found it in in like a charity shop or thrift shop if you're in America, and it didn't cost me a lot of money. I thought, I wonder how many of these are actually out there. And for every Beatles album, I believe there was a reel-to-reel apart from Let It Be. I stand to be corrected, so if you've got Let It Be, I apologise. But as far as I can remember, I think Abbey Road was probably the last one that was issued on reel-to-reel. Now, I don't have them all, but I do have quite a few. So there's Please Please Me. The next one I have is Beatles for Sale, as you can see there. All the boxes are in nice condition. So there's the spine, and then on the reverse, again, no sleeve notes, just the track listing. Whoever owned this before has written on it. Richard Gocher loves Rita Wood, and number 2. So I don't know if Richard and Rita ever got together, but he declared his love on the back of a Beatles for Sale reel-to-reel tape. Just to show you inside this one, there we are, there's the tape. No packing slip in this one, so whoever, Richard, what did you do with the packing slip? So there's the tape. Pop that back in. I mean, once you've seen one tape, you've seen them all. The next one we've got is Help. There's the spine, and once again on the back, no other details other than the track listing and publishing rights. And this one does have a packing slip inside, and there's the tape. Next up we have Rubber Soul. Now I asked, well actually I used to have a reel-to-reel tape, so I have played some of these myself, and I think from memory I no longer have it, so I'm unable to play it and check, but from memory these sounded far superior to records. And thinking about it, the Beatles recorded onto tape, and then it must have just been, you know, the master tape must have been transferred straight onto this tape, rather than having to be pressed up as a record, stamped, and then, you know, and any of the problems, any of the imperfections that occur in between that process. I'd like to think that a tape would be far more direct, with probably only 1 or 2 stages in between. So I think the quality from memory was far superior to records, and obviously they, you know, unless you damage the tape, they're going to not get scratched and the like. Next one up we have is Revolver, which is really nice. I love the little boxes that these tapes come in, and when you stand them all up on the shelf and people just see the spine with the writing and they're like, what's that? And you show them and it's reel-to-reel tapes. And again, no sleeve notes, and again inside it's just the tape. Now 1967 came along, and obviously we had Sergeant Pepper, and this I believe was the last of the Beatles reel-to-reels to be issued in a cardboard case. Again, I'll show you the spine, I'll show you inside, and there's the reverse again. So you've got none of the cardboard cutouts that you got with the vinyl, none of the lyrics or anything like that. So literally you just got the track listing. So that came out in 1967, and then 68 hit. And here's another Sergeant Pepper, but it was issued later than 67. I believe this one is about 68. And as you can see, it's no longer in a cardboard box. It's in like a plastic shell. Exactly the same information on both. There's the spine, and there's the front cover. The only difference being is that this one comes in a plastic case. So, and there we have it inside. So everything else is the same, but I was surprised to find Sergeant Pepper's in a plastic case. So I asked around, and it turns out that after 67, all reel-to-reels in the UK were issued like that. Now I believe in the States obviously they're different albums to us, but I believe Reel to Reels came in stereo and mono. Over here, I've only ever been able to find mono Beatles Reel to Reels. Whether stereo's out there and I've just been lucky enough to find the monos, I don't know, but I suspect that they were only issued in mono. The last of my Beatles Reel to Reels is the White Album, again 68, so it's issued in a plastic sleeve, and it just says the Beatles double album on the spine. On the back you've got the track listing, and how they've done this is side 1 is the first record, so sides 1 and 2 of the first record, and then on the reverse of the tape is sides 3 and 4. So how much extra tape is there on a White Album, double album, compared to a regular single album? Well, you'd like to think double the amount, wouldn't you? So this is Sgt. Pepper, which is obviously a single album. There we go. And this is the White Album. So as you can see, there is a lot more tape on here. Bigger spool as well. So that's that. Let's just tidy this one up. Oops. So yeah, whenever I go into a charity shop now, if they've got some reel to reels, I always have a look, because you're never sure, and you know, unless you look, there might be a Beatles lurking in there, one that I haven't got. So as I say, that's the White Album. And as I said, if you have them all stood up on a shelf with the spine showing out, how cool does that look? And imagine if I had the full set. I definitely want to get the full set. But it's just something for you guys to think about. If you've bought all the records, and where else can I go now? Reel to reels. It's another option if you want to carry on your collecting. I do have one more reel to reel which I picked up in a charity shop, and that's Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. And this is a mono as well. So there we are. Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, also 67 obviously, or 66 rather. So that is my reel-to-reel tapes that I have. As I say, I no longer have a player, but there we are. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me some comments, ask me some questions if you wish. Probably up here somewhere by now is a subscribe button, so just click on that to subscribe. And somewhere probably down here is some links to some more of my videos. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Andrew Brooks, and I'll see you the next time.